Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Work Shoot Show. Yes, this is episode 13. I know this one. I'm here. We're here, baby. Episode 13.
I know it's 13 too because you did that half episode. I was like, okay,
yes, sir.
12 and a half.
Yes, sir. It kept me in between. Also, shout out to our guy Brian H. Waters for coming on, doing that with us. That was dope. But
that was a great interview.
Thank you, man. That guy's good at what he does. Like, he's really easy to talk to, super good at what he does. So shout out to Brian. But we're here today giving our Elimination Chamber grades, talking about our thoughts on it, where WWE is headed. Look, I did well. I did well in my predictions.
You did.
I did pretty damn well. And I can admit I was an idiot for one. There's one that I was like, okay, I should have known it was going to go this way. And I'll explain why. But
I know what you're talking about.
I was an idiot, but it's okay. How you doing this week, Pete, my man?
Oh, man, doing well. Just a strange combination of being super busy with work and then being snowed in, where I'm just kind of trapped in my office right now. And I can't really escape, but I mean, other than that, life's good. I got Japan in less than 2 months, so I'm just been playing a bunch of stuff. So just counting down the days right now.
I know you are ecstatic. What's one thing just to, that you got planned that you're excited to do? Because I know you got a shit ton of shit.
I got my first week entire plan. So I'm meeting up with some people, and I thought that was going to start in Tokyo, but I'm actually going to end in Tokyo.
Okay.
So I'm heading up. We're doing like a lot of like the rural traditional stuff, like visiting a bunch of castles and doing some like traditional Japanese stuff out in the countryside for a little bit, and then ending in Tokyo and doing more of the metropolitan stuff. So really looking forward to trying to get like a mix between both how big and sprawlic Japan is, just and how cultural, like the diversity between the countryside and
I'm so happy you're going to see the castles, because that's one of the things I'm like, if you're going there, you got to see all that all the samurai stuff, all that, man. You got to get involved in all that stuff. Funny enough, I do have I'd say an acquaintance. I'd call Andrew an acquaintance who lives in Japan. He loves it. He's lived there for like forever.
I mean, I'd love to at least maybe like try to live there for.
He was like, I'm never coming back to America. I was like, damn, real.
Damn.
Yeah, he's like, it's just black guy too, like black guy living in Japan, loving it. So shout out to our guy Andrew. He listens to this, but yeah,
hey, right on.
But yeah, man. So glad that's happening. I can't wait to see pictures from your trip. That'll be good to see. But all right, let's get into it. I look, the only match I got wrong was Edge and Rhea.
You did very well.
But like, look, I should have known, because I picked Sammy to lose. They had to give Canada a bone. That's what that was.
that is true.
Like, they had to give Canada a bone, because why else do you not let Rhea Ripley win so she can be over? That's dumb to me. If not, like, it had to be. All right, Canada, here you go. Don't hate us.
Yep. Because that should have been like a foreshadowing for me, knowing that Sammy was probably going to lose. But let's start on that match then, since we're bringing it up.
Gotcha. Yo, Rhea and Beth carried. Like, they did.
Yeah. There's a couple spots where I thought were questionable, that they kind of like missed their cues. I think for the most part, though, that this was a pretty decent match. But to me, I'm sick of this feud. I'm sick of Dom running around like a little bitch. I know you said you wanted to talk about it, and I don't.
Do you think that should happen at WrestleMania? Like Dom versus Ray?
I'm just so sick of Dom. It's insane. Like, there's like levels of heat where I like I hate the person, where like the character is just I'm just so over it. I don't know if I'm in the minority or something like that, but to me, I'm just so sick of Dom. I'm sick of Judgment Day. I just want
Judgment Day to feud with someone else. That's my thing. It's like Edge it's just too much. And then Finn Balor go and mess with freaking Austin Theory's open challenge, just reignites it once again. We're getting that Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. We're getting it, man. That's happening. And Edge will go out saying, I put over Finn Balor, because in his contract, I found this out today, the only way he signed his contract was if it was so he couldn't win any championships. He was like, on my way out, I don't want to win any championships. I just want to put people over.
That's nice of him, at least.
Yeah. So like, he really is trying to put Finn Balor over, but like, man, like, you already did, Edge. Like, the I Quit match could have been it.
Mm-hmm. How'd you feel about this match though in general?
I liked it. I was shocked at like a lot of the stuff that Beth and Rhea did. I was like, okay, so they were the ones who really impressed me. Like you said, there were some missed spots, but like Edge and Finn were like the afterthought to me. Like they were
100%.
they were the back burners, and like out of all of this, it was just like it showed that Rhea's ready for the big time. Like it's like she stood toe to toe with the Glamazon. She's ready to go. But I would have liked Rhea and them to win. But I'm with you. Like the feud should be over. But the thing is, if it's over, then you gotta move straight to SmackDown with Rhea and Charlotte, and you know what that sets up.
Yep.
Dom and Ray. That's why I asked you about it, because like if you send them to SmackDown, that's going to be inevitable.
100. Yeah, I think I would agree with that. It's just one of those things where, man, like every time Dom's on my screen, I change the channel. Like I'm just over it, man. I thought it was fun in the beginning. I was never like super high on it. I'm just okay. But
I'm not fully where you are. I'm just like, all right, bro, stop mentioning you went to jail. Like,
yeah. Like, you didn't go to jail. He came out with like the tear on his eye. Like, you didn't kill nobody, bro.
Yeah.
You want me? Yeah, the only time, I don't know, like maybe he hit somebody with like his car on accident. That's how he killed somebody. But like, I can't.
His promo though, I will say the promo that I tagged you on Twitter was probably the best one, because he didn't mention jail. It was like, oh, okay, like this dude really hates his dad. I was like, damn, this guy.
Yeah, it made it seem like Ray just like came home and beat the shit out of him or something. I was like,
that's why I was like, damn, do we really want to see this? Like Ray said he doesn't want to wrestle Dominic, but like, was that him just talking? Or was that serious?
I feel like that was him just talking, to be honest. But man, it's just one of those things where I'm sick of Dom. Even if he cuts like the best promo, I just don't care. That's fair. That's just where I'm at right now. Where
that's fair. See, I'm not all the way there, but I'm not pro Dom. I'm like teetering to where you are, but like I'm still interested because I love Finn Balor. Like I'm in this for Finn Balor essentially, and Rhea.
I just wish like Judgment Day, other than Rhea, could like showcase their team in the ring instead of like outside the gimmick that they run, because I think they got their gimmick. It's just now put on some like dope ass matches. And, like maybe I can get behind you a little bit. But
Damian Priest, he
looked good. He when we get to the Elimination Chamber, I'll talk about that.
Yeah,
for
I was about to say, because where you feel about Dom, I'm anti Damian Priest. That dude, I am not a fan, but he kind of won me over a little bit. So what are you rating?
Okay,
the lovers quarrel, which I think is hilarious that Dom is Rhea's guy, but she fights all the time with Finn. She don't fight with Dom. That's hilarious to me.
Never. Yeah. So to me, this felt like a slightly above average like Raw match. I didn't. It's just like Dom does the same shit all the time. He's just a rat outside the ring. They chase him around, blah, blah, blah. It's like a little bit too much theatrics for me. I gave this a 2.5 times I said, please let this feud be over. So 2.5 stars.
I'm at a solid 2.8. A 2.8. Finn, please end Edge at WrestleMania.
Yeah. It just sucks because like the chair shot where they like took out Beth. I thought that was just a fantastic way that they should have just closed the book.
Thank you, bro. Like I thought it was gonna be over. I was like, all right, another one of me and Pete's cap. But no, we gotta go what did Edge and Beth gain from winning that match? Like that's what I don't understand. Like there's nothing gained from that.
It's just to set up another match at WrestleMania that I probably won't care about.
Yeah,
I think
that's gotta be a night one match. Gotta be like
it'll be like a 12-minute 6 match of the night thing where it's like, oh, okay, that match is over now. Cool.
And then the people setting up the match will be like, God damn it, we got to put the cage down for this fucking match. Okay, yeah. So where you want to go next?
Let's go to the women's, because the women's Elimination Chamber, which to me, I think of like in ring. I think it was my favorite match of the night.
Ooh, interesting. See, okay. I said that I think I agree with you in terms of how good it was. I think this might have been the best women's Elimination Chamber I've seen. And I went back and rewatched some. Like, I think it's one of the best. And I think it was great. Now, is it my favorite match? That I'm not sure of. But it was great, man. Like, Asuka killed. Liv Morgan killed.
Yeah.
Carmella killed, which shocked me. Like, I didn't think I would like watching Carmella wrestle. But, like, she does the job.
Oh, see, I'm not the same on Carmella because she has one move in her repertoire, and that's a super kick, and she did it about 7 times in this match, which is the good super kick. I'll give her that, but I would think by the time that she's been a in-ring worker for like
She'd have
seven
something
plus
else. That's
years.
fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
maybe switch it up.
I just didn't like, I had no interest in her before. And I was like, all right, you're not bad.
I liked it when she had her like really short title run. That was pretty fun. But other than that, I think she's like a good just worker slash hand person in the ring now. I want to give a shout though to Liv Morgan's Sunset Powerbomb spot. That was fucking insane. Though I was like gripping my teeth. I'm like, ah, shit! Like this is a pretty dangerous spot.
The spot of the night either goes to that or to what Johnny Gargano did in that.
Ooh, see, it's either that or the Montez Ford spot, but
both. Yeah, that was crazy too.
Yeah, but this match overall was just really clean. There was like one kind of miss that Asuka and Carmella did, but then they kind of made up for it by there's like a spot where like I think they were supposed to like run into the plexiglass, and then something happened, and then Asuka just like grabbed her and smashed her into it.
Yeah, it worked.
It did work, but I'm like, ooh, that was kind of a botch. We both got this right. We both predicted Asuka to win, which I thought
made sense.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure that was clear as day who was going to win, but I've been really high on Liv Morgan for a little bit, and this only raised her stock.
She looked good, man. The fact that Liv, it keeps having this thing like she won't tap, like it just keeps making her look stronger.
It was perfect. It was they made her look super strong. It was a combination of her like not being able to tap out as well, but also her just like, nah, I'm not gonna tap and just pass out. I thought that spot was great.
So let me ask you, now is Charlotte a transitional champ in the sense of we're getting Rhea next, and is Liv Morgan the first feud for Rhea?
Yeah,
because that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. It could be former tag team partners. Like Liv Morgan is like one of the best on SmackDown, arguably.
Unless sometimes they do this where they'll feed them like Natalya, where like. Natalia's there to lose and just there to make Rhea look strong, and then maybe set up Liv for
SummerSlam or some big pay-per-view.
Yeah, SummerSlam or Survivor Series or something like that.
Or I guess Backlash, because isn't that
Yeah, after? But I guess it depends on like how big of a feud that they want to set it up for. Do they want to have it? True. So yeah, kind of just blow it off at some point. But for this one, I don't like Natalya at all, but I think she did what she was supposed to do in this match. I think
do a sharpshooter and honor Brett. she did a job.
Yep. Nikki Cross was kind of just there. I felt like
I like Nikki in this one. I know we didn't mention her, but like I liked her little crazy shenanigans.
For as much as I love Liv, I think like her persona of like being crazy. I think if she did the Sunset Powerbomb, that would have been even more like better for this match, just because it showcased Nikki's like willing to go
I agree
impossible or just crazy lengths to get the dub. Raquel Rodriguez looks really strong. I'm a big fan of her now. She's climbing my ranks. Carmella is like whatever, but Asuka did what she had to do. I thought that she looked super strong. When she eliminated Carmella, she helped eliminate Liv, and then she helped eliminate Raquel. I guess it's like duo elimination, so she got like 2.5, 3 eliminations this one. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to her match at WrestleMania with Bianca. But those are my thoughts. And do you have any thoughts?
So I agree with you about the Sunset Power. Like Liv looked great. Asuka, I'm in love with her character of the Dark Kana, the Dark Clown. Like, and I hate clowns, but god damn it, like Asuka's the one clown I'm rooting for, which is insane. Like, so I think that her and Bianca will have a good feud. It's just I don't know who wins that, man. Like Triple H is a big Asuka fan. Like, but do you take the belt off of Cena? It's like what move do you go with, or do you like set it up to where you give Bianca a more than one like pay-per-view feud? But it's like, okay, if she loses, you're letting her lose at WrestleMania. Like, I could see letting her lose at Backlash, and then like next pay-per-view, okay, boom, this is the rubber match between Asuka. Let's make it happen. But I'm very interested in which way it'll go, because like, isn't Asuka still Triple H's longest running champ, like women's champion?
That sounds right. I'm not
for NXT for like I think it's like 400 some days.
That sounds right. I guess like that. Yeah, that sounds right.
I think if not, like she's up there, like
Mhm.
is like his favorite. So it's like I'm very interested what happens from this.
Yeah, yeah. I do think it'd be perfectly fine if Asuka. Actually, I do think Asuka should beat Bianca at
At
WrestleMania,
WrestleMania, okay.
they can feud for. They can toss the belts back and forth to each other, and it'd be no problem. Where like Asuka wins at WrestleMania, Bianca wins at like Backlash or whatever's after that. Asuka wins at like Money in the Bank, something blah blah blah. Like I feel like that'd be perfectly fine. But
Okay,
um,
see, as long as you tell it to me the right way, I could buy it. Like
mhm.
I just have to believe it. And
Yeah,
I think Oscar's, at least I can say this, I think Oscar will be Bianca's best wrestling mate since Becky Lynch, since like because the Bailey shit got old after a while.
yeah. I hope they get like 25 minutes at WrestleMania. I hope they close WrestleMania like night one or something like that with Bianca and Asuka. That'd be
Ooh, okay.
either start or end WrestleMania with that match. I think that'd be insane.
I'm with you. I think all right, so I prefer starting it and ending it with Rhea Charlotte, but like if you really want my real ender, I want to end it with the Usos versus Kevin
I mean
Owens and
that should
Sami
end like
Zayn.
night two, I think. I
Oh,
guess it depends on which one. Yeah, I think you want to end like night two with like Roman.
oh
I
yeah,
feel
no,
like.
you ended with Roman and Cody, but I'm saying in night one with the Usos
Oh,
and
I see what you're saying.
yeah, yeah,
Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
I guess I have a different match in mind for WrestleMania, but
Ooh, okay, we'll get there. We'll get
yeah,
there
yeah, we'll
because
get
like
there. We got
because I
time.
honestly after Raw is Kevin Owens gonna fight with Sammy? I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see. But for this women's elimination chamber match, I'm giving it 3.5. Nobody is ready for Oscars.
Nice, nice. I like that. I'm giving it let's see. It's in the threes. I don't it's not my match of the night, so I'll go like 3-2 Dark
Okay.
Clowns. I
Dark
loved it.
Cloud. I
Yeah.
love it.
Like
All right,
I didn't hate that match by any means. It was very entertaining.
for sure. All right. Middle placement match. Normally the stinker. Let's get that stinker out of the way for our review.
Jesus.
Bobby versus Brock.
Oh my god, I had such high hopes for this. Like I even predicted the DQ, but
Yep.
it was just the wrong way. Like when I
No,
saw
no, no. You
Brock,
got it right.
I know. But I didn't think I thought the Hurt Business was gonna come out
Oh,
and
for
like
sure. Yeah.
lost some
How
stuff.
the DQ is going to happen.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
want Brock to just hit him in the nuts out, and they're just doing finisher after finisher. This match was a stinker, man.
It made Brock look like a bitch a little bit, right?
Yeah, it
Just
did.
like when they fought at in Saudi Arabia and he got in the hurt lock and he did like the off the ropes push back thing. That was cool. Like
Mhm.
that was a good way to get out of it. This one's just like you could have done the exact same thing and it probably would have been okay.
It makes me think like, damn, you knew you were gonna lose, and like if you combine that with his actions after the Royal Rumble, Brock just looks like a spoiled brat right now, man.
Yep.
That everybody's just afraid of.
Yep.
He
I
looks
agree.
like the Debo of WWE.
Yep. A whopping 4 minutes and 45 seconds for this match, which I
Jeez.
think on paper probably could have been a very, very good just Hoss battle. But
It was,
instead we got
yeah, they didn't give us the
we didn't get it.
meaty men slapping meat. They didn't give us none of
Yeah.
that. And
Uh,
like, it makes me worried for the future because, like, dear God, I don't want to see Bray Wyatt versus either of these men.
no, I wanted because I really wanted. So I picked Brock because I
Mhm.
wanted Brock to come out on head, and then Brock face Gunther at WrestleMania for the IC title, which doesn't look like that's going to
I
happen.
kind of don't want Brock anywhere near Gunther at this point. Like, like see, after seeing this match, which Bobby has been like, Bobby has Brock in such reverence and has wanted to do this match for so long. It's just like, damn, man, Brock's just. I blame this more on Brock than Bobby. I do.
Yeah, I think they could have. I think at WrestleMania they could have Bray versus Brock versus Bobby. Now I realize that's triple B's.
Yeah.
And I feel like they could have set something up for that. Like Bray could have done something in this match to like fuck over one of them
Interfere.
or
See,
something.
I would have preferred that if you're gonna bring Bray involved in this feud, and that would have made it better.
If you wanted the smoke and then, but then like him calling them out made no sense. Like why?
And then Omos calling out Brock, like,
yeah, like
with,
who cares?
MVP, like, bro, MVP, if you don't go get your ass behind Bobby Lashley and get the fuck away from Omos, they better not give me a Hurt Business of Sheldon Benjamin, Cedric, and Omos. Oh, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, I'm gonna be pissed.
Gotta have Bobby. Bobby has to be at the helm. Bobby,
he has to be. And like,
Bobby,
if you bring someone new, it's got to be Carmelo. Fuck Omos.
Yeah, Bobby looks like a champ. He's huge. He's the face, and then everybody else just works with that group. It was perfect from the get-go. They didn't need to break it up, and they can still bring it back.
Yeah, but
I'm,
this match was just not good.
yeah,
Man.
I'm gonna give it 1.25 ref bumps.
Ooh, this
Kind
is
of a
one of your
stinker match.
lower scores,
It
man.
is a stinker, bro.
It was bad. No, I'm with you. I'm gonna go 1-5. 1-5. Nut punches. Oof.
Ugh. Dick twist. All right. Let's get to the men's elimination chamber one.
Loved it.
You got this one right. I got this one wrong. Man, I thought they could have had something setting up something really good for this match, but I hated the ending. I liked how they kind of were making it seem like Montez Ford was like seriously hurt, but it was all just a setup for Logan Paul. I'm like, if I was Montez, I'd be pissed because
that's why Logan Paul tweeted at the end. He was like, Montez Ford was the real MVP. He had to take the heat off him.
Yeah, Montez killed it this match. Also, shout out to Montez's jackets. I love that jacket.
Bianca made it.
Bro, he looked like $1 million. He is shredded. I looked like the single gold chain with the jacket look he's got going on.
Bianca designed his whole fit. Like she posted about it or some shit about that.
Montez is a star. The only thing he needs to do is he needs to stop doing the fucking suckets in the ring. He did it like 30 times. I was like, it was funny the first time, and then the third time
we get you like DX and Triple H, but come on, my guy,
it was way too much. But he had my favorite spot where he did like the
Spider-Man hang,
the contortion thing, and then fell on everybody. Love that spot.
Yeah, that was great. Look, I'll say this, not to cut you off, and I'll let you get back to it. Montez Ford, star, man. Like he had me during the match believing he was going to win at some points.
Oh yeah, he looked so good. Also, he had a way bigger pop than I thought he was going to get.
Yep.
Dude, people really like Montez.
I think it showed that you can split up Dawkins but split them up with the draft if they do the draft.
Okay. Yeah, it sucks because like Angelo's been doing, I think he's been doing much better recently, but he's just like an okay wrestler. Unfortunately, Angelo's the Rock Lee weights. You gotta let him go, dude.
Yeah, you do, and let Montez be a star.
A couple other things takeaways from this. Bronson Reed with 0 pop when he entered, but I thought he looked really good.
Bro, I would say out of anybody in this whole thing, he showed me that we need to give him respect and they built him up as a monster, having 3 of the best wrestlers have to use all of their finishers to take him out with Gargano, Rollins, and Montez Ford. I thought Triple H built Bronson Reed up the best he could in this match.
Yep. I definitely, he added some merit, I think, in this match. Like the super kick, double super kick, triple super kick spot was fantastic. It showed how much of a beast Bronson is. And I mean, overall, to me, I thought this was like a very solid in-ring match. I just really didn't dislike the ending. And to me, it's the same thing when I review anime. I kind of do it with, if you know how like gymnastics is scored, like the biggest component of gymnastics is sticking the landing. I just didn't think that it was this, like they built up this great match to have it end with Montez looking like a bitch to set up Logan Paul. And it's like, all of that was for nothing to me.
Now you say that, it's making me feel different about it, man. Because like I was about to come in here and say give Montez Ford an Oscar because he had me sad. I was like, no, not my God, Montez after what he just did. Oh, I was so sad. And then when Logan Paul came, I was like, what is happening right now? And then I thought if Austin Theory and Logan Paul were going to acknowledge each other, they didn't. I thought that would have been a good moment if you wanted to, maybe have a tag team later of like people we don't like. Austin and Logan, but they didn't do that. And like he did the Seth thing. I was like, all right, setting up Seth's match. But like, I wish it would have ended a different way. The way it should have ended was Austin Theory getting over the Seth Rollins hump once and for all, and like setting up, okay, no one can take me on. I feel like that press conference he gave would have been better if he would have beat Seth Rollins straight up, because then it's like, oh no, John Cena, I got to come put you in your place.
I'm fine with like the Logan Paul distracting Seth. It's just how it was executed just wasn't my cup of tea. And to me, it kind of soured the match a little bit.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 3 A-Town downs, baby.
I'm gonna go. Cause see, I gave the women's match a 3-2, and I like the wrestling in this more. I'm giving this a 3-4. Montez Ford suckets.
Suck it. All right. Let's get to the main event. We had Roman versus Sami.
I think this is my match of the night. Like, okay, so he comes out, Roman comes out, and boy, was Roman just an immaculate boss. Coming out, flipping his hair, flexing his shoulders, walking with Paul Heyman, like walking up to Sami Zayn's wife, blowing her kisses, telling her like, oh yeah, baby, I got you. Don't worry. Your man made this happen, not me. He made it happen. Remember that. Then he looks at the Canada crowd. They're saying, fuck you. He's like, oh yeah, bring it on. At that moment, I was like, boy, Roman Reigns is amazing. Like, I think because of this match, I fell more in love with Roman. And I fell more in love with the idea of Roman not losing to Cody. This was the first time I was like, okay, Roman could beat Cody and I'd be okay with it. Like, and I think it's all because of how good he is and everything he showed, and then the courtesy of letting Sami Zayn come out second, letting him get his full standing ovations. I really like that as for Roman to do that.
Yeah,
because he didn't have to.
I picked Sami to win on the limb that, you know, I think there's a very small chance that it happens, but if I got it right, it would have been the best. Like, I told you so.
Oh,
like,
facts.
But I knew going into it, there's like a 1% chance of going in. But when they gave Sami, or when Roman came out first, I was like, yo, there's a chance. There's a chance.
They did everything to make you believe it was like, there are times in that match I was like, oh shit, it's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna happen.
Oh man, yeah, love that. The crowd was
epic,
inferno hot, for everything and everyone but Bronson Reed. But I forgot to talk about Damian. I thought Damian Priest was really good. The men's one,
that shows how much like he was good, but like, bro, I don't give a damn about Damian Priest.
Yeah,
like...
I mean, we glossed over it for a reason. I thought I think he's. I just wish he was called Punishment Martinez.
Oh, also, I didn't mention, but that Johnny Gargano spot of Seth Rollins kicking Gargano and then him Hurricane Rana Bronson Reed, I thought someone was injured mortally from that.
Yeah, like, there's a couple of really good. Yeah, I thought Johnny got hurt really bad, but
Johnny might have been like, if Montez was like the star, like the MVP, Johnny was a close second, man.
Yeah, no, Johnny did great. Going back to Sami versus Roman though, I thought they did everything right.
They did everything perfect. Except Jey Uso. That's the one complaint I have.
Yes, I hated the spear spot. I hated it. I loved when Sami speared Roman. That was insane. I
loved his Superman punch on Roman too.
Yes.
Superman punching him into the haluva kick. I was like, yes. And I said this in the interview with Brian, but I think I'm more of a fan. If you ask me what's going to knock someone out, and after you saying the Carmella super kick thing, it adds more fuel to this fire that I'm about to say.
Okay.
Look, when HBK did the super kick, it was special. It was legendary. You thought it was knocking people out. But between Nick and Matt Jackson, fucking Gargano, Carmella, and every other motherfucker that uses the super kick, I don't think it's knocking anybody out. Nope. I think the haluva kick is a better kick.
It is a better kick, but yeah, I guess they did solidify it as like a finisher compared to like, I guess Carmella's super kick is technically her finisher,
which is wild.
Yeah, like, it is wild. But I feel like they could have. It just seemed the Jay spot where Sami speared Jay felt so forced. Maybe it seemed awkward.
Let me tell you why. It felt like they knew. So WWE, you looked at it like this. They knew that out of all the things, wrestling fans knew what was going to happen in this card. Asuka had to win. They swerved on us with Rhea, but that I truly believe like
Rhea didn't lose, so
exactly.
That's like,
Finn got the pin. They're like, so that they knew that we knew something was there, but with this one, they knew that if Roman was to win, Jey Uso was supposed to come out and and, you know, choose a side. But he didn't. And I think they wanted to drag it out and like make it to be like, haha, y'all didn't know. But I think it hurt them for the worst. Like Jey Uso should have made a decision whether with Sammy or without Sammy. It should have happened that night.
Yep. I wish like even if Sammy was like going to accidentally spear him, I wish Jey was like in the process of like maybe
hitting him with the chair. Yeah. Either hitting Roman or getting ready to turn and hit Sammy, like he's about to turn and hit, like one of the other. It needed to happen.
And we didn't get either. It would be if Jey is like pissed at Sammy, then going forward, I'm gonna be very upset.
That's a leap of that's a bad logical, like that's bad writing. Like
yes, it is.
They need and hopefully because Kevin asked him to go talk to Jey Uso, hopefully when he goes talk to Jey, there's something that's said that makes him and Jey upset, and it's not just this spear, because if not, then that's really interesting. But that goes into why I said I wouldn't be mad if Roman wins against Cody, because you don't have to do Sammy and Kevin versus the Usos. You could do Sammy and Kevin versus Jimmy and Solo if you want, and save Jey. And what if Jay's the person really supposed to end the streak with Roman? Like, what if it's really supposed to be from inside the bloodline and it happens at SummerSlam?
I hope that's not the case. I just really wish it was Sammy, but I could see them going that way.
Because that popped in my head the moment. I was like, okay, if Roman were to win against Cody, who would end it? And it might be Jey Uso.
I feel like you can't.
The person who started it.
It has to be Cody.
Oh no, I agree. But this is just something like just a B plot. If a B were to happen, would I accept it? That's a B plot I could accept, because it started with main event Jey, the whole bloodline.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just like, I think 1 is Cody, 2 is Sammy, and then there's a big gap, and then it's like everybody else. I think those are the only 2. But I guess going back to this match, really loved the in-ring work. I thought it was a really.
I thought this might have been Roman's best match,
like ever.
Not ever, but during the bloodline run.
I mean, he's barely defended his championship, which is my biggest complaint. But man, yeah, I really enjoyed this match. It had a lot of like great spots. The storytelling with Sammy, you know, he kicked out of a spear, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. And I liked when Roman took him out of the ring and threw him into his wife and was like, he asked for this. It's his fault we're here. I loved y'all. I was like, oh, what a villain. What a great villain. I'm
gonna raise my score. I'm gonna raise my score a little bit.
Okay.
Just because thinking back on it, it was a really good match. I also didn't like the aftermath that Kevin comes out after the bell's rung, and then they do like the thing where it makes Sammy look strong. I'm like, too little, too late, bro. Like,
like that goes to their storytelling of, is Kevin really his friend, or is Kevin just using him for like? So I like that too. I'll say this. Whereas this ending, I was upset about. I think your case of the Logan Paul ending is a lot more egregious than this ending. Like, I think this ending is just, oh, you didn't get what you want, like your prediction, right? Like, it's one of those like when you because we both do anime and manga. When you have a manga and people have theories for months and the theory doesn't come out to be right, people get upset, but it's still not bad what they gave you. Whereas instead, oh no, they gave you a shit ending. Like, those are two different forms. And I think the Roman Sammy thing is, oh, we didn't get our theory right. Whereas the men's Elimination Chamber is just a Promised Neverland shit.
Absolutely
ending.
Fair. I think it's also where it's like this storyline has been insane.
Yeah.
And they rarely miss, but it's like when they do miss, it's amplified.
And you notice, that's a good point. Like, because it's so good and because they've been so on point, when they do miss, it's that much louder.
Yep. That's what is me. But okay,
I think we broke down that match well, because like that's very, very true of like comparing the two, because both had questionable endings, but I think the way we interpret those endings are two vastly different things.
Yes, I agree. So I'm gonna give this 4 Olay chairs.
Let's go. Thank you. Match of the night, baby.
I'll give it match of the night.
That's what I'm doing. I'm with you. I'm giving this a 4. 4 out of 4 kisses to Sammy's wife. That's what I'm giving. Roman was the man, bro. I'm telling you. Like, my Roman Reigns fandom, he has jumped over so many wrestlers in such a, like, just the way he does it in terms of, because see, some people are good at promos, some people are good in ring, but Roman has it all, man. Like, and when I watch those videos of him saying "suffer" and "succotash," I'm just like, man, what were you doing? What are you doing?
So sometimes you have to.
This guy was born to be a heel.
Yeah, sometimes you have to fail to realize like what you have, and that's Roman's progression in WWE, and now he's just like the ultimate megastar that Vince wanted him to be, and changed everybody's mind.
Facts. No, I'm with you 100%. Yeah, Kevin coming out at the end was like, just like, what you doing, bro? You
right,
asshole. Like, he just wanted to get a little shine at the end. And his explanation of, I didn't come out during because I hated the blood. Like, you had to feel it. I get that, though. I will say, I do understand of Kevin being like, nah, bro, you made that choice. I had to let you feel it, but I wasn't going to let you get beat because I love you. And I love your family. So I get the waiting in by that logic. Because Sammy was being a douche with the bloodline. Like, he
was. Yeah. I feel like Kevin should have shown up before the bell or just never shown up at all.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents. That's just how I feel about it.
That's fair.
Great match. Wish Sammy was the champ, but it is what it is.
So now we're on to time to get the Cody Rhodes story, and we saw Paul and Cody was like, "Don't talk to me no more. If you're not with Roman, don't talk to me anymore. I don't want to see you without Roman." So when do you think that face to face happens? Do you think it's next Raw, or do you think it's gonna happen on SmackDown?
I feel like they gotta do it on SmackDown, right? Because that's usually where
that's Roman's show.
That's Roman's show. Definitely they want numbers more on Fox than USA.
Yeah.
Maybe they do both, like down the road, where they'll do like SmackDown first, then Raw in like 3 weeks or something.
So this is coming out. This will be out. People hear this late Thursday night, early Friday morning. SmackDown will be Friday. Do you think that happens this Friday?
I'm gonna say no, but we'll see.
Okay, I'm going to say not a face-off, but Roman Reigns talks about Cody Rhodes for the first time.
Ooh, okay.
Not a face-off, but they talk, and I think Cody responds, and then next Friday is the first face-off.
I'd be cool with that. Yeah. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah.
Yes, we will. Anything else you want to discuss in this episode? We gave our scores. Anything else worth talking about? You want to talk about AEW for a little bit? We've been very WWE heavy for the past 2 weeks.
I've only been able to watch clips. I haven't really been able to watch a lot.
It's okay. You ain't been missing nothing.
Yeah, I saw. I was gonna watch AEW, then I saw the Jeff Jarrett shit, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll take tonight off.
You made the right call. Look, I'm gonna say this as someone who's been watching and like on wrestling TikTok. I've been trying to make more TikTok, sending people to this show. And if you're from TikTok, welcome. Glad to have you. Thank you for supporting us. Because I will say I have gotten some people who've commented on my wrestling TikToks of like, oh, where's your podcast? So if you are here from TikTok, thank you for listening. But I've been seeing it in the TikTok wrestling community of just like people being like, man, those first couple of Dynamite matches to start the year were such bangers in ring, but like, has AEW gotten stale? And like, it kind of has. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, the MJF Danielson feud, I think, finally hit for me last night with last night's Dynamite in terms of storytelling. Of okay, MJF is mad at Danielson because Danielson abuses his body and it doesn't appreciate what he has and the second chances he's gotten, whereas MJF has lost everything and the only thing that matters is the AEW title, and you're trying to take the only thing that matters away from me. That's a good story.
Yep.
But when I go down the road for everything else, like Pete said, why the hell is Jeff Jarrett's tag team in a 4-way match with the Guns and the Acclaim? It should be the Acclaim versus the Guns 3. That's what it should be. It should not be 2 other teams in there. So that tells me the Acclaim might lose and it'll be okay because the Guns will pin someone else. That's what that tells me, honestly.
I'm fine with that tag team, but not winning.
Yeah.
You shouldn't win. Like, I'm already so salty from the Acclaim stuff earlier where it's just, man, sometimes just their tag division's kind of, to me, I shouldn't say in shambles, but it's like,
it's not provocative
right for me to like go out of my way to watch it anymore.
No, I agree. The trios is more interesting, and I think that's because they put more time to the elite. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. They are like one of their biggest draws, but I mean, the Acclaim were inferno hot, and it's like, why stop?
Big
And
misstep.
then give it to the Guns of all teams. Come on, dude.
Big misstep. But Adam Cole's coming back, so and he's
good.
coming back as a babyface, which I'm very interesting to see. His first time in his career, he's never been a babyface, and like him and Britt Baker are going to be part of this like AEW All Access reality show, and apparently it's bumping Slap League, which is hilarious. Like for everybody that's been following like the Dana White story and like everything with Slap League, having AEW Access bump that is absolutely fucking hilarious to me.
That's great.
But I think the only match I'm interested in, being honest, going into Revolution, besides MJF and Bryan Danielson, is the John Moxley, Hangman Adam Page. I think that's the only other feud that they've built up well.
And their matches are just insane. Like they're so good.
And their story to it too, of like the beef, why the beef is there.
And those two don't even need a story, and I would love it just because they put on like minimum 3.5 star matches like every time. It's like it doesn't matter, just beat the shit out of each other and fight.
Now, do you like the fake NWO women's story that's going on of the outsiders versus the AEW homegrowns?
I'll be honest with you, no opinion on that.
With them like spray painting L's on all the AEW homegrown, I'm just like, if Sasha Banks doesn't come out and be the Hulk Hogan, then I don't give a damn about this story.
I hope she shows up. I would love to see her show up in AEW.
Oh, well, and speaking of, might as well do the last thing because I think the New Japan shit is more important than the AEW stuff we're talking about. How do you feel about Sasha being the IWGP Women's Champion and Jay White losing his loser leaves Japan and his loser leaves New Japan organization, and Eddie Kingston put over Eddie Kingston, which is crazy.
Yeah. If you haven't watched those two matches, they were fantastic. The Kairi Sasha match was so
Sasha
good.
showed why she is the trailblazer of like out of the four women. I always said she was the best one, and like matches like those show up.
She killed like of the weekend. That might have been my favorite match. I love the Kairi versus Sasha, or I guess Mercedes match. Also, the Eddie Kingston Jay White match was just so good too.
Is Eddie about to go win a belt in New Japan? Like,
no way. There's no chance. Is
that about to happen? Because he's going over to New Japan doing some matches like after this. Like maybe TK doesn't appreciate him, but maybe the New Japan people do.
I can't see Eddie being a thing in I can't. Just for how traditional they are and how untraditional Eddie is.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's like the contrast where he's so out of left field that maybe he can make something work.
And he pays homage to him all with his style of strong style.
I would love to see him in like him versus like Toru Yano, the guy who always plays jokes in the ring or something like that. That would be a fun ass match because Eddie can clown a little bit too. So there's a couple people. There's a couple people that I would like to see him versus like Ishii, the Stone Pitbull. That match would probably be. I think they have fought before, but I think that would be like. There's a couple of matches I'd really like to see Eddie over there, but I can't see him holding any piece of gold over there.
Fair. Is David Finlay about to lead the Bullet Club?
I hope not. Jesus Christ, I hope not. I mean, they kind of set it up that way, did they?
Yeah, he came out with the shillelagh stick, beat up Jay White, was like, you didn't appreciate what you have. Now I'm gonna take it. Nope, so what does that mean? What if he grows into it? Like, you know.
Nope.
I don't know anything about him. Do you like what is this? Does he suck?
I in ring he's fine. He doesn't have the look that I just don't think he has the look where I mean, you just look back at like previous people where like Finn started it and he kind of had like a thing with him and
AJ Styles and Kenny both did.
Yeah, the general guy that they had, AJ Styles and Kenny being the best wrestlers in ring, like in the world. Jay White just shredded to the T's, just
and personality out the ass,
everything. And then David Finlay is, hey, my dad was really popular.
Okay, well, if that's the case, who do you want to lead Bullet Club? Because someone has to take over.
I feel like they're in limbo right now.
I do too.
Maybe they could do something like dream scenario, something like David is the leader, and then Kenny's like, nah, I'm back.
I'm back. This is my shit. Like, nah. I'd rock with that.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but that would be ideal because right now I can't think of
the only people that I know.
I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
He would have to turn, but Will Ospreay.
Ooh, see, okay. that thought went across my head when I thought about asking you this question, but I was like, I don't think Pete will say that. But like when it went across my head, I was like, maybe. You think Will does it?
No, but I think he would be the best person for it.
Kenny would definitely come back and say, "Boy, you just copying all my shit."
And then they could feud again and be like, "Oh, you think you're like?" I think they could set something up. Yeah, I would love Will Ospreay. That'd be my pick.
Then I wouldn't be mad at it. I'd rock with it. He fits the legacy. If you're going someone in-house, maybe you call up the youngins, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, and have them lead it.
You know who I would really want if they could turn on some people? Tama Tonga. I know he's not in Bullet Club right now, but if they could do something,
he could be like with Jay gone, like I'm coming back and take what's mine.
I think he's Tama Tonga. If it's not Will Ospreay, it's Tama Tonga for sure.
Okay,
I like
that.
Tama Tonga.
I like that a lot. Then he could bring Hikuleo back.
He could bring his brother back. The Grills of Destiny. They could do whatever. I guess he'd probably be a singles guy if he leads it, but I mean. I think he's a star over in Japan.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I love him. Yeah,
for sure.
I'd go Tama Tonga.
And I guess the final thing I'll ask you is: are you buying any of this smoke of Kenny Omega to WWE?
0%.
Of like
0%.
Of Paul of Triple H's? That's his main target right now.
0% chance. He probably gets royalties off the video game. He gets royalties off of being executive vice president of AEW. He has a salary for being a wrestler.
If he does, that ends AEW. I'm sorry. There's.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants right now. Oh, I should say anything he wants, but like he has so much more freedom.
Yep, I agree.
That what's the point?
And like, if you're going, are they making you the champion? Because if not, then I do not.
They
want
would
to see
have
Kenny
to.
I do not want to see Kenny Omega as a mid card. No, sir.
They can. He's a top star for next 8+ years.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, now, Jay White, do you think he goes to WWE?
I not only should he, or I want him to, I think he should.
I agree. I don't want him to go to AEW and be part of the stacked shit.
I think it makes way more sense if Roman wants time off. You need a new top heel. Jake and
Cody versus Jay White is the perfect feud post WrestleMania. He can come in
immediately and be elevated, and not only that, Cody winning the belt is important, but Cody holding the belt for a long time isn't important.
Yeah, that's not.
It's like when you go back and look at how many times The Rock won the championship, it's like 3, and he held it for like 100 days combined.
All it matters is Cody wins and then has a feud where they go back and forth. Yeah. And you can determine whether or not you want Cody to win or the heel to win at that time, depending on the storyline.
And Jay can cheat, and it'll be perfectly fine, and it makes sense, and he can get elevated. And
it's there's Bullet Club heat, and then like one can bring in Finn Balor, one can bring in AJ, like because Cody was in Bullet Club too.
Yeah.
So like you can do that whole thing and have it like Bullet Club on WWE feuding.
Because right now on house shows, Cody is tag teaming with the Good Brothers. And they could easily turn something on where it's like, okay, the Good Brothers are kind of hanging out with Cody backstage and they're friends again and blah, blah, blah. Jay White comes in and the Good Brothers are like, you know what? We want to hang out with Jay instead. And then beat up Cody. Or
if you keep him with Cody, you can have it to where Finn Balor's like, hey, Jay White, let's come hang out with us. And Jay's like, I'm not joining Judgment Day. You can come join me. And like that sort of thing. You get Finn out of Judgment Day.
But I don't think Jay... If he does show up, it should be day after WrestleMania.
I'm with you. Like have that big pop, and I think that's what Triple H is shooting for. That's like he's shooting for something. But all right, word. That's pretty much everything. I think the next episode will be for us to preview AEW Revolution. We got to though. We got to give our predictions because right now I am the prediction champion is starting his reign off the right way. Yep. How many did you get right?
I got 1.
You really only got Oscar right?
Because I picked Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah,
and, Brock and Sammy.
Damn.
So you got a 3-game lead right now.
Okay, yeah, you got to come back in AEW Revolution, which I think you will because we don't know how that's gonna go.
Yo, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You got plenty of time to catch up.
That's a fact. So, Pete, tell the people where they can follow you on social media.
Yeah, best way to follow me, contact me. What do you say, Annie? What do you say, ANI on Twitter? Otherwise, join the Discord. We can talk wrestling and whatever. Yeah, but that's it.
Hell yeah. And y'all make sure y'all go check out all of Pete's content. The anime of the year came out. I'm so happy that you and your community gave it to Mob Psycho. agreed with.
Whoa, we did not give it to
Y'all
Mob.
I thought that's all that picture.
No, that was Best Boy. Best Boy won the Mob.
No, I thought that was anime. Wait.
No,
What did I see? You
saw Best Boy. Anime of the Year from the community went to Bochi the Rock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I was like, I thought you were gonna have Bochi supremacy, but like when I saw that picture, I was like, okay, look at Rock.
Well,
okay.
Bochi won every category it was in. So she won Best Girl, she won Best Comedy, Best Slice of Life, and Anime of the Year from the community.
Oh my goodness, your community gave Demon Slayer animation. I'm glad you gave it to Edge Runners. That's why I rock with you, Pete. That's why I rock with you 100%. But yeah, y'all go check out all of Pete's content because like the pictures are out. Like there's some interesting choices, and y'all go check out that episode. It's a great.
That's my favorite episode of the year.
Yes, sir. So y'all go support my man Pete and check out his stuff. You can follow me at Lyn Pete. Follow BrosWhoThink at BrosWhoThink. Yeah, man, a lot of good stuff. Check it out. You know the deal. But until next time, for Pete, my name is Lyn. You guys have a good one. Enjoy yourselves and peace.
Peace.